A true comic book unboxing. Hi, welcome to Garage Geeks. So, as you know, I've been sick, and I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, when I was at the height of my illness, I was just sitting in bed, and I was watching YouTube. This is how bad YouTube is. It's like such a worse influence. And, somebody mentioned WhatNot, and I was like, I haven't been on WhatNot in a long time. And the only thing I did with WhatNot was I downloaded it, and I kind of looked through it, but I didn't go any further than that. So I was scrolling, and I found someone selling comics at an auction, and so I joined, and it was so much fun. It was so addicting. Like, I need to stay away from WhatNot. So I was very careful. Now, I didn't spend over $6 for, I'm not sure, I have the packing invoice, for any bid. And if someone outbid me, I let them have it, right? So I didn't keep going. So those were the type of my limits. And I went for, junk comics that nobody really wants, right? So I could keep my costs down. So this is a no key unboxing for sure. No keys in this unboxing. But it was so much fun because every hour they had a raffle. And every time you picked a number, and every time you spent $5 or more, they would throw a beer cap, and I picked number 12. So I won. This shows you how long I was on there, over 2 hours. I won. I think I was on there for like 3.5. Like, that's how addicting it was. I won the raffle twice, and they usually won't let the person win again, but for some reason they let me. I think because, like, the first time I won this, the person who actually won had left, and so he was voided. So they did it again, and my number came up. So I won, these, each time it was like 5 randomly picked comics. Hey, I got like 10 free comics. That's cool, right? So you'll get to see all of that. I bid on and won 12 different items. 1, 2, 3. But you know what? The total that I spent with shipping was about $50 or $55. Now, the good thing was, the enticing thing is, the first thing that you bought was $4. But shipping after that was just 50 cents for each additional item. So I was like, well, I've got to make it worth it, right? Because if I'm going to spend $4 in the shipping, I'd rather spend $5 and get a little more, right? So that's the kind of really warped logic that goes into this. So let's go ahead. Now, I'm going to be editing this video. Oh, no, I can pull them right out. So here's the first set I'm pulling out. And what do I have? Okay, this is a Spider-Woman. This is one of the, what do you call it? I won this in a raffle. Now, I actually have this already. I really do like that cover. Then I got this Avengers. Like, this is a comic that I would never buy. I just don't like the cover. Now, I would read the collected edition. So if anybody out there wants these or wants to trade for these, please. Here's another one, a Superman. Like, this is that Superman 90s stuff. No, I'm not into that. Okay, I might keep this one. This one is a Conan #1. It's like a reboot, but it's got this cool foil cover. That was like the gimmick in the 90s. But if you actually look at this cover, it's pretty cool. The artwork is nice, and that, he's jumping at you kind of 3D. That was a cool one to win. And then these two I actually bought. Now, I'm a sucker for John Byrne, so I actually want the entire run of Alpha Flight with John Byrne. And so I'm glad to have gotten that one. And I think I have this one already, but it was so cheap I grabbed it. I'm not sure, but I didn't have time to look it up, especially since my app was on my phone and I was using my phone to do this. So if I ever do WhatNot app again, I'm going to try to do it on my iPad so that I could use my phone to look up to see if I actually have them. But the time is very short. Like, they don't give you a lot of time to think. They just put it up and then they start the clock and it's only like 15 seconds. But yeah, look at that. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous Submariner cover. So that was the first. Let me go ahead and pull out another. Let's see what we got. Exciting. Oh, I went ahead. If this is the one. No, I don't think it is. I think this is another one that I won. This was the second that I won. So, like, Animax, if any of you want this, let me know. Okay, that one, yes, definitely. So this is Conan number 38. I would love to have the entire Conan run. I had it as a kid. I didn't have some of the earlier issues, but I had a consistent run. And as I was saying to Larry's Library, he posted a video of his 10 regrets. And one of my huge regrets is I had 26 long boxes of comics, and they were from when I was like 10. And I started collecting early, and I had complete runs of so many. And my comics were East, and I'm West. And at a certain point, they were in my friend's house, and I thought it wasn't fair. And I just went ahead and sold them for cheap. And, oh, do I regret it? Okay. What can I do? Crying in my beer. Okay, here we got Thing and Skull the Slayer. Yep, that's a definite keeper. From Beyond the Unknown. Look at that. That is an awesome comic. I don't care if it's not a key. Look at that thing. That's gorgeous. And I don't even know who the artist is, but wow, that is beautiful. And there's stories to stagger the imagination. This is going to look so good in Mylar. Woo. So here's a book that I won in the raffle, a Deathlock. That's actually not a bad cover. And then this one is Torn to Hell. But I actually bought a lot of his bad comics because they were cheap and he was bundling them. And so I went ahead and just pulled the trigger. I know that this is like really bad. But in another sense, if I put this in Mylar, it will actually look nicer. And I have this collected run in Epic Collections, or I think I have the Omnibus. I actually have the Omnibus for this one. Yeah, I don't have an Epic Collection for this. I have the Omnibus. So it doesn't hurt until I can find another copy of this that's in better shape. I'm okay with that. I really am. If any of you have really beaten up comics that you want to sell for cheap, I'm the person to contact because I will buy them off of you for a good price. Okay, here we go. I opened up another set. Look at this Kazar. He gave this one. This was in, yeah, like a beat up dinged pile because of that. And like I got 5 comics. This was the best one for $2 just because of that. And I'm like, I don't even care. So what? Look at the rest of the comic. Oh my God, no. Now the rest I got in that I didn't really want, but I'll show you some of the other ones that were beat up. Like this one, I could have done without this, right? But I just wanted that Kazar. I mean, it's not a bad cover, but yeah, I mean, it's later and it's fine. I originally had that whole thing. An X Factor. Yeah. Like, I won it, and it's not a big deal here. I got this Angela. Again, I didn't buy this, but it's actually not that bad of a cover. All right, here's one that I really wanted. I'm trying to get the reprints of the Spidey and the Fantastic Four. I love these reprints. They often have different covers. And, yeah, I was very happy to get that. Now, this one I also got super cheap because it's beat up. I mean, but look at it. Like, it's spine rolled, it's all broken. When I take it out of this, it's probably brittle. But, man, this thing has to be, like, from the 40s or who knows, like 40s or... I mean, look at this. To me, this is a piece of history that I can own for cheap. The condition doesn't really matter to me because it will look so much nicer in Mylar. I don't know. Please put your ideas in the comments. I go for cheap things because I can't afford the nicer ones, and I don't mind having these beat up. But look at that. I think I bought this in, like I said, that lot, and it was part of the $2 lot, I think. If not, it was basically like $2 itself for this piece of history. Like, what do you think? Would you? I know most people don't want that. And then I got this Men at War. Like, this thing is all trashed. But I that was part of the lot, I think. that were damaged that I got for like $2. Okay, let's see what else I got. Ooh, I see some good ones coming up. Look at this beautiful Lois Lane. When I saw that one, I wanted it. And I mean, this one is in really nice shape. No one else bid on it. I guess in the auction at that time, there were mostly people looking for, like, you know, keys. A lot of people are. And I don't think like Lois Lane, Superman's girlfriend, like this is in high demand. But look at her outfit. I mean, she's shooting Superman. And, you know, that art is pretty nice, too. Okay, this was another one of the really beaten up ones. I'm a sucker for these old comics. Look at this Dell. I'm trying to collect as many Dell and Gold Key comics as I can. This one is a 10-cent one, so you know that this is early. I don't know the year, but it's probably like the 40s or the 50s. And this is what they call like a photorealistic cover. I prefer the painted covers, but wow. And yeah, it's got that. I mean, that's why I got it cheap, because it's all nicked. It's got that. But you know what? I'm proud to have this in my collection. I mean, this is a piece of history. Again, like I said, for me, it's worth it. Now, this one I think is a Neil Adams cover. I'm not sure. And this one does have damage. It's kind of warped. You can't really see it on camera. But still, look at that. So nice to own. Look at that cool cover. Very Christ-like. Oh, this was a major score for me. I could not believe that the guy put this up. I even wrote in the comments, I had just seen this movie. I saw this movie, and I think I even talked about it in my Friday night chats. It was not a very good movie, but to get the comic of that, pretty awesome. So that's Vincent Price. I don't know why they don't have him more front and center. And the movie was called Twice Told Tales, and they were based on Nathaniel Hawthorne stories, which was interesting because many of these movies, they're, what do you call them? Anthology movies. They're normally based on Poe or Lovecraft. So this was based on Hawthorne. And I mean, it's not a great movie, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And to get this comic, gold score. Okay, here's a great, I think I have this one, but it was part of a bundle. So I think Thor side by side with Ulik. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have this one already, but that's very Jack Kirby. I don't think it is Jack Kirby. It certainly looks like Jack Kirby in the style of Jack Kirby. If any of you know, let me know. But yeah, what a great cover. I got this in a bundle too. That's a pretty cool cover, actually. Look at that. I don't mind having that one. And then I got this one. Like, I don't want this at all. I had this whole run. It's just not my thing. Andy Kubert, not a bad artist, not one of my favorites, right? But this is pretty cool, right? So I'm trying to get it without the glare. And, oh wow, anticlimactic, that was the last one. So let me gather all these comics together and just run through them one more time. I paid $50 for all of these. It is, for me, it's you know, it's not a chunk of change, right? Because with bills and everything, I mean, we all go through it, but, you know, I have to be selective on what I spend my money on. I remember the next morning when I came down, I was like, at breakfast, I said to my husband, ooh, I was bad last night. So I was sick and he was sick, so he slept in a different room because we were just getting each other contagious and keeping each other up. And so when we were at breakfast, I was like, I was really bad last night. He's like, how much did you spend? That was what he said. Oh, so anyways, hold on. Let's get the conclusion. So this was my comic book haul. Now, for $50, that's actually not a lot of comics. But when you consider that there are some really old comics in here, I think it was worth it. And you know what? I'm going to say the experience was what made it was so much fun bidding. And like I said, I won the lottery 2 times with the beer caps. It was just overall a really fun experience. I wish I could do that more often. I think I have a kind of gambler's heart, and that's scary. So I need to stay away from WhatsApp. So these are the comics. Would you please tell me which ones are your favorite? I'm going to go ahead and show you. That's got to be one of them. that one, for sure. Look at the gorgeous condition. I think I paid the most for this one, actually. Yes. Okay, I'm going through them right now. Poor Howard the Duck. This one's so beat up, I'm not going to put it in that best of pile. Yes. Maybe. Yes. Awesome. Okay, and so the rest of them are more modern. So basically $50 for these. What do you think? Which ones are your favorites? Which ones would you bid on? Did I buy total trash? Remember, there are no keys here. I'm not a key hunter because I can't afford it. And good to the key people out there, because you really have to do a lot of research and you have to do a lot of legwork. Like, you have to stay on top of what's popular. Then you have to run to the stores. You have to go through all the dollar bins. That's a lot of work. Okay, so I want to thank you for watching my unboxing auction haul video. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun for me. I wish I could do this monthly. Who knows? But thanks for your support.